What's up, YouTube? This is Negate Gaming, and I'm Alexander, and today I am bringing you a Blackwing deck profile update. It's been a good minute since I've updated this, so a lot of new stuff is coming out. You know, we have Dole Overload, a few other things have come out. Nothing super crazy other than Dole Overload that impacted this deck at least. And, you know, we have a lot of new cool techs. And, yeah, I guess we're going to jump into it. I'm going to try to add some combos to the end of this video, so that way you guys can see some of the stuff it does. We are not playing the pure Blackwing version. I wanted to show that off at the beginning. We are playing, you know, we're playing kind of a mixture. I'm playing what seems to be a mixture of both the Synchro version and the Infinite Negates. Our main focus is the Infinite Negates, though, because I feel like it is going to be more viable in today's meta. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump into this. So we start off with 3 copies of Gale the Whirlwind. I'm going to kind of go over these a little fast. Blackwings are a pretty popular archetype, so a lot of people probably know what this does already. But so Gale the Whirlwind, it has a effect that if you control any other Blackwing monster, you can special summon it from your hand. That is not limited to once per turn, so you can just keep spamming these guys out. Also, once per turn per card, you can target a monster your opponent controls that's face up on the field and cut its attack into half. And its defense. So it's pretty nice. The main reason why we play it is, you know, you want to spam as many monsters on the field as possible. And a lot of the old OG Blackwings, I say a lot, like 2 of them, have the ability to just spam them. So we play that, and for the same reason, we also play 3 Boar of the Spear. Boar of the Spear, like I said, same thing. You use it for the special summoning. You want to get as many monsters on board. It's also level 4, which you need for your level 4 rank plays, XYZs. He also does piercing damage, so that's pretty nice if you're able to bump him up and do piercing damage. We're not going to use a lot of that, but moving on, we do play 2 copies of Blackwing Gust. This is an interesting one. So it's a level 2, and that actually can be relevant. And its effect is if you control no cards, you can special summon him. I've seen some people play this at 3, and I don't necessarily think it's bad to play it at 3. But I don't want to draw multiple copies of this guy. You know, he's not a good normal summon for your Black Whirlwind plays. He only has 900 attack. You want to just special summon this guy once and then proceed to special summon the guys from your hand, you know, and save that normal summon maybe just in case your opponent has a counterplay and you need to fix where you're going. So, I don't know. I feel like 2 is the perfect number for this guy. And anyways, yeah, we do play 2 Blackwing, the Crack of Dawn, Chris. This is another card that a lot of people are playing 3 copies of, and I definitely get why. It has 1900 attack. It can't be destroyed once per turn by spell or trap card effects. The reason why I'm playing 2 of it personally is, once again, I don't want to draw too many of it. It does have the ability to special summon from your hand, but it's only once per turn per name, so I can only summon 1 Chris that way. And yes, it is a level 4, but I do have other level 4 options I like to go to. So I definitely get the argument for playing 3 of this. And I'm not saying my build by any means is the best build. This is just how I am going to be playing this, at least going forward. I've been testing it out on Dueling Book and with my friends, and it's been doing pretty well. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm playing 2 of him. And for the same reason why I'm playing 2 of him, I'm also playing 2 Orochi. You know, Orochi does have the benefit of being a tuner. It is level 1. And once again, you know, once per turn per name, special summon it, you know. But, yeah, pretty much the same thing. You can only special summon it once, so that's why we play 2 of it. Don't want to see too many, but yet you do want to see it. And exact same reason we play 2 Hamat in the Dust. Same thing. What makes him cool, though, is you can target certain things, like if you play, if you somehow normal summon another one of these, you can copy the level, and it becomes level 4, or same thing. Opening these 2 up is really nice for your XYZ place. So that's pretty good. Then we also play... Now, we do play 2 copies of Zephyros. This is just in case you have to banish one. And, you know, you can normal summon it, and it's nice for 1600 attack. If you draw it, it isn't the worst normal summon in the game. Its effect is once per duel, and that does kind of suck, but you need to have level 4s to go into your plays. And because you need to have level 4s, I am also playing 1 Shirai, the Blue Flame. And this is one that a lot of people probably would not be playing. I like playing it. It does have a nice high attack, and it does get effective if it does destroy a monster. And sometimes you are stuck with one extra Blackwing on board. So I like to have him be the extra Blackwing if I can get over stuff, you know, because it does let you special summon another one, and you can just push more for game if you need to. And it is a level 4, so there's definitely reasons to play him, but I could definitely see people cutting him for an extra like Chris or an extra of any of the other cards I'm about to show, because we also play only one copy of Blizzard the Far North. A lot of people are playing 2 of this. And then, once again, I completely get it in, like, the Synchro build. But in the build I'm trying to go with, I'm trying to special summon monsters out on the field as much as possible. And he can special stuff off, but you have to have stuff in your grave and not have already used your normal summon. And if I was to cut the Shirai out, I'd cut Shirai out for probably a second this or Chris. And this is, I'm sorry, this is a new one. Aster the Southwind, okay? And his effect is the same as Blizzard, except for it does it with banished monsters. So it's going to special summon guys from the banished. And neither one of these can be special summoned either. So, like, you can't bring... They're both tuners, and you can use them to go into your, your needle fiber play. Sorry about that. But you can't special summon them off of needle fiber. So, I don't know. They're both good. They're both great cards. And in the Synchro build, I'm not playing Simone. And in the Synchro build, I would be playing Simone, and it would be great. But I am trying to play the Infinite Negate build, and... So once again, that's what this is for, the Infinite Negate. But you do play 2 copies, or 1 copy each of those. The last 2 Blackwing monsters I play is Gladius. So this is the main card I search when I normal summon. If I have everything I need, I normal summon. And when I get my search off Black Whirlwind, I search for him. He can only be special summoned if you control only one monster, and that one monster is a Blackwing monster. So that does kind of suck, and I know a lot of people aren't playing this card, but I feel like the card's pretty decent. It's not terrible. If somehow your board gets nuked, you can still do stuff with him. Bring him out. He is a level 3, so that helps you get to, like your level 6 synchro play or your level 7 if you need it. So he's basically there to be a level 3. And a Wing Beast. And the last one we play is 1 copy of Vayu. Man, Vayu is such a good card. I see a lot of people not playing this. And I used to not play this card. Like, I think my last deck profile, I didn't even play any of this. This card is really good right now because you can use your you can use this in a level 4 in your grave to make your level 5 synchro, and then you can just link that off, and it's really nice. So this is usually what I summon off of needle fiber, and I'll show you a combo, hopefully, like I said. Moving on to the non-Blackwing monsters. This monster I think I got from MST TV, so this isn't necessarily my tech choice, but I am definitely using it. It is Calgeo Clawcrow. This monster is really, really nice, and I'm shocked I haven't seen it in other decks. And this monster actually makes it where you can play the Infinite Negate loop in a lot of decks that really should not be able to play it. Like, you could even play the Infinite Negate loop in a version of DDDs if you wanted to with this card, because it's a Wing Beast, and that's all that's needed to really make the Infinite Negates. And the only way you have to, all you need to summon this guy, his effect is special summon him if you control a dark monster. So he's an extender for any dark deck. And like I said, there's a lot of decks now. Well, I think maybe I'm wrong on DDDs. I think they actually have a card that locks them into DDDs later on. But like I said, I'm sure there's a route you could build. The point I'm trying to make is it's a dark Wing Beast, and it just special summons itself if you control dark. It's level 2. It's pretty crazy. Good card, good extender for this deck. And then for the Infinite Negate stuff, we do play the 1 Apex Avian and Thunderbird. And this was real nice. I actually pulled this out of the dual terminal at a YCS in Dallas before I knew this was even going to be relevant. So that was really nice. Not really much to say about this other than, it's Infinite Negates. He negates anything by sending this guy to the hand, and then this guy returns from the hand, special summons itself, and you can just keep doing it once per chain. It's pretty gnarly. Last monster of the deck, and this is a backup in case somehow your Thunderbird gets hit out of your hand if you draw it. It's the Buster Blader. Dragon Buster Destruction Sword. Locks your opponent out of their extra deck. It's like a scythe. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Alright, moving on to the spells. We are playing Blackwings. So we play 3 Black Whirlwinds. You normal summon a Blackwing. Once, anytime you normal summon, per copy you can search. So if you have all 3 out, normal summon, you just add 3 cards from deck to hand. This card's busted. So good. I wish Blackwings were better, but if they were better, this would be the card that would be gone. So at the same time, I'm kind of glad it's here. But we do play 3 Everywhere Darknesses. You're playing a dark deck. You're playing, like, I think I don't even know the count, but like everything but 2 monsters are dark. This is Pot of Greed. You know what I'm saying? You could even special summon things back with Oster, so that's pretty nice. The deck hard loses to a lot of hand traps, so we are playing 3 Called by the Graves. You want to see this. If somebody ashes anything, or, you get draw unlocked, this is very important. I've won games off of just this card, so... and then the 1-ofs, we play 1 Foolish Burial to send things that you can't get to, and maybe even make your extenders. You can use Blizzard with that. Monster Reborn. This is a nice little combo without, once again, extender. We do play 1 Day of Peace. This card is kind of bad, and I know that, but the reason why I'm playing it is because I like the... I'm not going to take damage. I'm going to be able to draw. And getting through my deck is the most important thing. And yes, I could mess up, and my opponent could get like a Nibiru, and that could be bad. So if there was an alternative that I could think of besides like Pod Desires, I probably would try to test it out. But I'm not. If you have any ideas in your in your builds that you guys play to draw more, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll give it a try. But don't say Upstart Goblin, because we also play Upstart Goblin. So. Like I said, if you guys can think of anything else, just let me know. And the last spell is the rank up Soul Shave Force. Pay half your life points, target a Raid Raptor, special summon it, and then put a monster on a dark monster, I believe, or a dark XYZ. Yeah, that's 2 ranks higher. 2 ranks higher than the original monster. Okay, so that's pretty nice. It helps make your inboard, which we'll go over, like I said, in the combo section. But let's go ahead and get into the extra deck. We are playing 1 Bird of Sovereignty. This guy lets you bring out your Apex at the end of the turn. Basically what it says is special summon any winged beast during the end phase, not just your end phase, whose levels are equal to or less than the number of unused spell or trap card zones. So you want to make sure when you end your turn, you don't have a bunch of things set so you can make the Apex. And then we played the Vistrix. This lets you special summon a level 4 from your deck, negating its effects. And it also lets you search whenever you use a rank or a XYZ that he's pointing to. It lets you search for the rank up magic, so that's pretty nice. We are playing Needle Fiber. I'm so glad he is finally here. This is such a good card. This card is going to get broken. I'm sorry for hitting my camera. This card is going to get banned eventually. This is just like enables so many plays. We are playing Union Carrier because we are playing Infinite Loops as well as Destruction Sword. And then we are playing the Forstrix. Searches for a level 4. It just takes 2 level 4s to make. And then, you use that with that to get your rank up. And when you use your rank up, you go into Cyber Dragon Infinity. And that's pretty much the main combo. These are the main cards you're going to use the most. We're going to go over some of the other option cards you have. These are cards I play because I think I like having the versatility. We do play 1 IP Masquerena. And this is my first time showing this off on the channel, so I'm going to flex it off real quick. But yeah, we do play 1 IP Masquerena. This was actually a gift from my wife. I just recently got married, and it was a wedding gift, so shout out to my wife. But moving on from that, we do play IP Masquerena because it allows you, if you do your combo correctly, and you don't get interrupted, you can use it and your Union Carrier, which you're stuck with, to go into things like you can make Unicorn to interrupt your opponent, or even Avermax, because one of the biggest problems in your deck is they'll try to attack your Thunderbird. They'll try to bait it out and just attack it. Well, if you make the Avermax, they're stuck in attacking Avermax. And so your Thunderbird is going to be safe unless they can get over Avermax. And I don't see many decks getting over Avermax without some sort of effect to send or something. You have infinite negates, so it's pretty nice. And the way you make the IP Masquerena is you use this. You summon that off of value. You banish it in any level 4, and then like I said, you're usually stuck with a regular Blackwing monster. and then you link them off to make this. Once again, I'll try to show it in my combo. But more synchros. We are playing the new Full Armor Master. It's really nice. It's basically like Ulti Falcon or a Towers. And then it's so nice. Then we are playing Blackwing Tamer. This is, like I said, if you get stuck into only being able to go into synchros for whatever reason, we want to have backup plays, which is also why we play this for the additional normal summon as well as burning in time. In case that ever comes up, if you need to, you know, do what you can. You know, I know it sucks. I'm not trying to encourage it. I'm not saying stall or anything like that. I'm just saying, you know, sometimes it be like that. Sometimes you're playing somebody who's going too slow and you're in game 3 and you're about to get a draw and you need this, you know. And then we also play, is this the Rain Shower? Yeah, the Rain Shower. This guy, I believe, is the one that gets attacked for each one in your grave. No, this one, sorry, my bad. I get those two confused a lot. I'm thinking of Shidori. This one gets to destroy cards equal to the number of Blackwing monsters you control. So that's pretty good. And then the last one is F.A. Don Dragster. This card can be changed out. This card definitely can be changed out for Borreload Savage. In fact, I recommend it if you have it. I don't currently have a Savage, unfortunately, but if you can, I recommend this being Savage. But if not, this is a good alternative because it does negate spells and traps. And you want to, if you can, in the board, if you can't make the IP, you could also just make this in Infinity as well as the Infinite Negates. But I usually try to make the Avermax board. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's it for the deck profile. So let's go ahead and let's jump into some combos. And, you know, you tell me what you guys think. Hopefully you guys like the build. Tell me some stuff you guys would change about it. But let's go ahead and check out, I think I'm just going to show you the main one combo, because I think most people already know the synchro stuff, and you may already know the Infinite Negate combo, but I'm going to go ahead and show you different ways you can make it. So here we go. Let's check it out. All right, guys. So here we are. This is going to be a pretty generic hand. Some of the stuff you will draw. You know, obviously, I'm not going to guarantee this is going to be your hand every time. But this is pretty generic. You know, I have a few special summoning cards. I have a normal summon that I can't special summon. And then I do have some sort of spell that does gain advantage. You know, you do play multiple things in this deck that does that. So let's go ahead and check it out. So the first play you want to make is summoning the Gust. Because it only gets its effect whenever you have no cards in the field. So you special summon it. Now you go ahead and activate Black Whirlwind. And normal summon Shirai the Blue Flame, which triggers Black Whirlwind to let you search for something like Bore the Spear. Okay? So then you're going to go ahead and special summon Bore the Spear. And you go ahead and special summon Hamatin. Hamatin's effect goes off, targeting him, making him a level 4 now. Okay? So then you're going to go ahead and use these two to go ahead and link into your Raid Raptor Vistrix. Okay? And then he uses his effect to special summon this guy right here, which is Zephyros in defense mode. Sorry about that, guys. And its effects are negated. So at this point, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and take these two and just do a quick little overlay, not into Needle Fiber, into Force Strix. Now, this next part is really important. You want to go ahead and detach the Zephyros to activate the effect to search for a level 4. But then you want to chain the Vistrix because you're activating a Raid Raptor XYZ monster effect, and it's going to search for the rank up spell. And then you go ahead and search for Chris, or you can do another Bora if you'd like. But I'm doing Chris right here. Okay. It's not, and this doesn't search, it sets it. So you're going to set it right there. Okay. So that's really important. This is your hand now. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and special summon Chris because you do control a Blackwing monster. Then you're going to activate the effect of Zephyros in the graveyard to special summon by returning Bora to the hand, and then you take 400 life points. But now you can just special summon Bora back out, and you go ahead and special summon your Gale. Okay? So now what we can do is we can go ahead and take Force Strix and Gale the Whirlwind, send them to the grave, and then we can go ahead and just special summon Needle Fiber. Okay? So now Needle Fiber's effects can go off and special summon Vayu in defense position. And then we're going to go ahead and use we're going to go ahead and use these two right here. Okay. The the Vice Rigs and the Needle Fiber to go into Samorg, the Bird of Sovereignty. No effects can go off right now for it, but that will be useful later. Now we're going to go ahead and use Vayu and we'll say him, the Zephyros. It doesn't necessarily matter, to make Union Carrier. Now, at any point during this, you can activate this. Okay, you could have already done this if you wanted to. As soon as you want to, you can activate this to go ahead and get it on the board. But we're going to do it right now. And what that's going to do is that's going to special summon back him. And then it's going to place, and we are paying half our life points for this, but it is going to place Cyber Dragon Infinity right on top right there. So you do have a negate on board. So when you do go ahead and activate Union Carrier's effect, which I'm going to do right now to put Thunderbird right here on top with him, you are going to be perfectly fine. Okay, so now, as you see, I do have 2 Blackwing monsters on the board. This is actually a board that I don't end on that regularly, so you can go ahead and use them right now to go into... You can go ahead and go into IP Masquerena with that. Or you can, if you have another good rank 4 play, what you know, if you have any more rank 4s that you want to add to the deck, that's something you could do with this. But this is kind of the board you could end on. You know, this right here. You can go ahead and link these 2 off to make your IP. And you know, at the end phase, this guy's gonna go off, which puts him right here, which is how you get your infinite negates. And then, like I said, whenever your opponent goes into battle, you know, he's gonna bait this out. You can just use these 2 right here during the main phase to bring out your Avermax and make it where he's the only one that can be attacked. So that's the type of combo you can do. Let's just go rewind for a second. Let's say you kept the Bora back in your hand, okay? So the board you end on looks like this, okay? Before you go to end phase. Well, now what you can do is you can go ahead and banish the Vayu and the Zephyros from your graveyard to synchro summon out a level 5 Blackwing monster. So we will do the Salt Blackwing, the Rainstorm. Okay. And now you can use these 2 to go into the IP play. And now you have the option to make Unicorn, and you have a monster in hand to activate its effect. And you will still, at the end of the turn, get the effect to summon that right there. So, as you can see, it's pretty simple and pretty easy to make. You really just need a way to special summon 3 Blackwing monsters. You know, once you start making your Vice Rigs, it just kind of keeps snowballing from there. So, anyways, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you guys have any comments, suggestions, advice, if I did anything that you guys saw that maybe I overlooked, let me know. Because I know my last video, the Marine Cess one I did, there's a few things I said that I was wrong about. And you guys let me know very kindly, and I definitely do appreciate it. Some of these newer cards, I'm still, you know, I'm learning them. Some of them do have pretty complex effects, but for the most part, I think I'm getting them. So, like I said, guys, just let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys would like to see. Next Era Gaming is going to be doing a lot in the future, and we're really hoping whenever this COVID-19 thing passes to hit it hard and to see a bunch of you guys. So, like I said, just please hit like and subscribe, leave a comment, and just remember, Next Era starts now.